Hello, it's Eric here. We are back with another analogy video between finance and philosophy. I'm sitting at a pier, and it's late in the evening, so I'm watching the sailboats and the cargo ships are coming in and going out. It's very relaxing, but relaxation is exactly what I need because it's been a very hot day and very busy day, so I just need some relaxation, yeah. And I can think of no more relaxing activity than doing a video like this, doing a philosophy video. Yeah, and so today we're looking at a very well-known problem in philosophy, which is the self-referencing problem. And then so the self-referencing problem is of course related to the emergence of consciousness and self and things like that. It's a very well-known, very intractable problem in philosophy, and it seems to me that it has a very natural analogy in finance, yeah. And but first of all, let me describe to you what this self-referencing problem is talking about, yeah. And so let's say you are like an observer, yeah. So you are like an independent person. You are observing the world, and when you say you're observing the world, basically you are just like ejecting your ejecting your head, ejecting your consciousness out of your body, and you're trying to observe the environment, yeah, like as an independent, objective consciousness, yeah. But the trouble is you can't do that because when you're observing the environment, you are actually part of the environment, So therefore, you are not being an objective observer. You are actually you're actually a subject of the environment, yeah. So therefore, you cannot say that you are an objective observer of the environment when you yourself are part of the environment, yeah. So therefore, you are not objective, and therefore, philosophers argue that really that leads to the problem that there is actually no self, yeah, no self in anybody, yeah. So when you say you're objective, you're actually part of the observing environment. So therefore, you are subjective, yet there is no self, yeah. And over the years, there have been many solutions proposed to solve this problem. And it seems to me that the most encouraging solution is the one offered by Jeanine Ismail from Columbia University. And she argues that there's a kind of an executive board that emerges from consciousness. Yeah. So the way she describes the solution is like this. So let's say, for example, you are an observer. Yeah, I wouldn't say objective here, but you're an observer, and so you observe and observe and observe, but you are actually part of the environment. So you are not actually an objective observer. But Jeanine basically argues that as you observe, something emerges. Yeah, something emerges naturally out of your observation, and that the emergence is referring to the emergence of a kind of like a self, yeah, a kind of she doesn't call it self, she called it an executive board, yeah. It's like an executive board of a company, yeah. And so she argues that an executive board emerges from your observation, and that executive board realizes that it is observing the environment, but that environment actually includes the executive board itself. Yeah, so therefore, the executive board knows that it is not objective, but it doesn't matter because the executive board, the only function for the executive board is to take in the observations from the environment and then make decisions. Yeah, and then act according to the decisions. Yeah, and so therefore, it doesn't really solve the non-objectivity of the self problem. Yeah. But it does offer a functional, way out of this loop, yeah, this self-referencing loop, yeah. And it seems to me that there is a very strong analogy in finance, yeah. In particular, I'm talking about trading. And so what happens is, in trading, there is also a kind of a self-referencing problem, yeah. And the way it works is like this. So let's say, for example, you are like you are an objective, independent trader in the financial markets, yeah. And then, but the problem is that when you are trading, the results of your trading actually affects the financial markets overall, yeah. And because the financial markets are affected by your trading, and so therefore the financial markets will actually, in turn, influence your trading activity in the first place, So therefore, it's like saying your trading will affect the financial markets, and the financial markets will affect your trading, yeah. So therefore, basically, if I skip the financial markets, you can just say that your trading is affecting your trading, which is affecting your trading, which is affecting your trading, yeah. So therefore, it goes into this kind of a self-referencing loop, yeah. And it seems to me that there is no way out. Yeah. When I say no way out, that means you're basically saying that the whole financial markets is like a whirling blob of financial activities. Yeah. There is really no independent objective trader embedded in this blob of whirling financial activity. Yeah. So it's very analogous to the debate in philosophy saying that there's no independent objective self, and the self is actually observing itself, in the environment, So I'm saying that you have a very similar analogy here, where your trading will affect your trading, So therefore, in this whirling blob of financial activities, there is actually no independent trader. So you can propose a similar solution to Janine's solution to the self-referencing problem in philosophy. You can say that, as the trading goes on in this whirling blob of financial activities, something emerges, Something emerges out of this whirling blob of financial activities. This emergence is referring to the emergence of like an independent trader, And so, I mean, you can say that this emergence of an independent trader, it doesn't really matter whether it exists or not, because the sole function of this, the emergence of this independent trader, it's just to describe anybody who is doing trading in this whirling blob of financial activities, Whether it exists or not, it doesn't matter because it fulfills the function of describing an individual, independent, objective trader, But in actual fact, there may be no traders at all, in this whirling blob of financial activity, And I know it's not very satisfactory. The solution is not very satisfactory. Just like Janine's solution is not very satisfactory in the self-referencing problem for consciousness in philosophy, But I think it will do, It will have to do, And so someday maybe a smart guy will come along and offer a better solution, But until then, we have to live with this emergence of a executive board solution, All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.